Bruce, what does the general public need to know about this missile launch? Because I feel that we regularly hear in the news there's been another missile launch. Usually, it's been the case this year, they failed to varying degrees. There have been at least 9 under the presidency of Donald Trump, and it's sort of hard to understand where this is getting us exactly and where it's getting North Korea on the road to a nuclear weapon.
Well, I think we need to categorize between the North Korean developmental missiles and the ones that have already been deployed. The ones that have been deployed, which have a range already of South Korea and Japan, they've had a very high success rate. The ones that have been failing are the ones that are still early in their developmental stage. And just as early in the U.S. space launch and missile program, we had a lot of failures. So North Korea has been learning from even their failures. That said, they did have a successful submarine-launched ballistic missile launch last year, as well as the Musudan, which is a missile that can range Guam, a keynote in the defense of the Pacific.
What's the goal of North Korea at the moment, as far as we can make out? It looked for a little while like they were bent on developing their nuclear and missile technology as much as possible. And now recently they've been saying they could, under the right conditions, be open to talks with Washington.
North Korea has no intention of abandoning their nuclear arsenal or the missile means to deliver it. They will do another nuclear test, and they certainly will test an ICBM sometime. We just don't know when. So they have missiles that can already threaten South Korea and Japan with nuclear weapons. They are still developing the submarine launch missile and a missile to hit Guam. And they're working on several variants of an ICBM, which eventually would be able to hit the United States with a nuclear weapon.
But are they trying to develop this technology to use as leverage in negotiations, or are they trying to use it because to develop this technology because they want this defense capability and they've got no intention of negotiating?
I think most analysts think that they're never going to give up their nuclear weapons through negotiations. They've been developing nuclear weapons and missiles since the 1960s. It's not a bargaining chip. It's a military capability. When Kim Jong-un came into power, he directed his military to come up with a new war plan so that if necessary, they could occupy the peninsula within 7 days. That would require them to go nuclear early on. That doesn't mean he's going to enact the war plan, but he wants to have the capability to threaten the United States along with its allies to, in their view, to deter the U.S. from attacking or from responding to a North Korean attack on our allies.